Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Now, this is going to be the. Oh man, I lost count. Man, it feels like forever since we started this series here on the channel. But I think this is the 15th locals report. I'm gonna go with 15th, but if I'm wrong, it'll say so in the title, anyways. The title and the thumbnail and all that. But anyways, so. This is going to be the next installment in the Locals Report. If you're new to the channel, which for the record, we're at 60 subscribers. Thank you so much. Very appreciative. Let's hope we can get to 100 soon. I really feel like we can get to 100. Really excited for this. So, before we get to the full... If you're new to the channel, the Locals Report is a series that I do here on the channel, where I take a rogue deck, usually my favorite deck, Heroes, as well as my Dolces and a couple of other decks that I'm working on finishing. And I go compete in my locals weekly Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and try to compete, and I compete and try to place as high as I possibly can. Then I come back here and lay it all out for you in a storytime style. So, this previous week, I had 4 matches. And if you can tell from the title of the video, I actually went second, basically. And I actually managed to do pretty well this week, despite the fact that I'm actually missing some cards, ironically. So, before we get to all that, and before I get to all the matches, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to also hit the notification bell and follow our Instagram. That way, you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you're interested, and if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh content, and as well as we have Pokemon and Digimon content, and some fighting, and some video game content here on the channel. If you like any of that, don't forget to also subscribe to see more of that. Now, on to the video. Now, basically, I had 4 matches. And ironically, if you can tell from I think I'll leave like a really interesting title to really stretch how interesting this was. I played primarily against... All weekend, I swear, I saw almost nothing but Traptrix. Oh man, nothing but Traptrix, I swear. My first 2 rounds were Traptrix. My third round was against Punk Synchro. And my last round was against Despia. And I actually won my first round, and I got 2-0. I won it 2-0. Second round, I lost. This is my only loss the entire day. 2-1 though. And I'm not gonna lie, I barely lost the last game, so close to going undefeated. Who knows? Maybe next time. Match 3, I managed to get it 2-0, and my last one as well 2-0. So I did pretty good. So if I remember right, this means I went 3-1. So close. But basically, this is the build I've been using. Although I don't like to be that guy, but you know. I will admit, looking back, there were mistakes I made in the game that cost me the one game I did lose. So I feel like that I'll remember this next time. But also, I'm technically playing incompletes. Let's see. I don't actually have the new Elemental Hero card yet. Waking Up Your Elemental Hero. I don't have it yet. Crazy enough. Here's a quick funny story. A friend of mine, a friend of the channel, who I won't mention his name here, but I've mentioned him before in other videos. I think he watches the channel. If he does, he knows who he is. He was hanging out at the store one day. He doesn't get to show up as much as he'd like to because, you know, he has a serious living girlfriend and he has a job and all that. So he doesn't get to, that's out of town from where we live. So he doesn't actually get to show up all the time as much as he'd like to. But he managed to show up in this story, in this setting. And hilariously, he wanted a drink. All he had, was a 10 or something. He legitimately bought 2 packs just to break it. And I'm not kidding. He legitimately pulled the CR Waking Up Your Elemental Hero. Oh my goodness. I couldn't get over it. After I saw that, I was like, no. Because hilariously, I've managed to open a decent amount of packs because I've been doing pretty well lately at our locals Digimon tournaments. And here's the thing. Because we're cool, with the owners of the store, they let us get a choice for our prizes. Normally, they give you like a certain amount depending on your placing, a number of packs. But because I've been doing pretty good and they know us and we're cool, they let me switch it for Yu-Gi-Oh packs if I want to. And I pretty much have because there's not really anything in Digimon I'm really interested in right now. So I've been getting like a bunch of the new set because I'm hoping I could pull either the Waking Up Your Elemental Hero, which I ended up just ordering online. I'm just waiting for it to come in. Or if I pull a CR like Baron de Floor or something like that. Because there's a lot of good stuff in this set. So no, I didn't pull any of it. Ironically enough, we pulled pretty much everything to make a Gay Guardian deck. We'll get to that later. But my friend legitimately managed to pull it, and he couldn't stop laughing. And then I'm literally the first person he had to go show it to because of me being a hero player and all that. Oh my god, he was not like maliciously rubbing it in my face, but he was laughing so hard because he knows how badly I've been trying to get it. Oh man. So yeah, I haven't. I'm playing incomplete right now because I don't have it yet. So pretty much my extra deck is the same mostly, but as soon as it comes in, I'm gonna have to like say my I'm gonna have to like edit my extra deck a little bit as soon as the new card as soon as I get it to make room for it because this card. I don't know if anyone else seen this hasn't had a chance to use it yet. I'm probably the only hero player who hasn't had a chance to use it yet on YouTube. But this card is busted. It is nuts. Not only that, it opens you up to a bunch of amazing new card combinations. Basically, in utilization with the new card and Phoenix Enforcer, you can literally open up to an Omni Negate from your deck by playing the UA one of the UA cards. Also, like that, I've been seeing that going around lately. I've been hearing a lot of other people saying this also opens up the possibilities for other warriors you can tech into the deck. So, like, there are a lot of stuff, and I'm really excited for what this card lets the deck do now. So, as soon as I get it, I'll come back with like a. I think maybe I'll do like a test hand video. I haven't done one of those yet. I think I'll try that. If not, I'll like basically I'll come back here with a full video dedicated to that card, but I'll get back to that later. So I was basically playing with an incomplete deck, but luckily I still managed to do well. So my first round I played against Traptrix, like I said. Weirdly enough, this has had to have been the first locals I ever played. Now, I know pretty much everyone there, and pretty much everyone there knows who I am. So it was kind of weird seeing that the people I played against were people I've never played against before who were like from out of town or something. So that was actually kind of cool. So the first round I played against Traptrix, like I said, I won it 2-0. He tried to go off, but pretty much from what I've learned, if you can like imperm like their first card they like to start off with, you're sitting pretty good. And the craziest part, I decided for this week to main deck the back row hate. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. I've been seeing like a lot of people discussing what to play and legitimately like when it comes to deal with these cards. Personally, I just decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna main deck the back row destruction. And it actually worked out because the Cosmic Cyclone did force him to either use up his traps that become a monster at the worst time, or it pretty much just took care of it for me. So I'm actually really glad I main decked this. I might main deck this again, but I'm not sure because legitimately when I was like theory crafting with a couple of friends of mine, I was like deciding whether or not I wanted to main deck. I was main decking this no matter what, but I was trying to figure out to decide whether to main deck Cyclone or main deck Rivalry of the Warlords because I've noticed this card also hurts Traptrix because all of them are like a mixture of plants and insects, stuff like that. So legitimately, I wasn't sure which one, but I guess I just thought to myself, what if I don't actually play against Traptrix and I play against something like, I don't know, like, actually, now that I think of it, Rival of the Warlords is pretty good against a lot of the top decks right now. I didn't see Math Mech or something like that, so I didn't see Cybers, so that's pretty much good there. But, because that's like the only one I can think of off the top of my head, because, like, Kashtira are all mixed. Sorry. Still getting over like a slight thing that I caught, like, I think like a week ago. It's not the C word. It's just more like it's been raining a lot in my area. So, still getting that knot out of my throat. I sound a little off. So sorry. If I have to cough during the video, I'm so sorry ahead of time. But, Kashtira are like a mix of different kind of monsters. Like Shangri-La, their Xyz monster, if I remember right, is a machine. And Unicorn, I think, is a beast. Fender is a beast, I know that. So, like, this card, that rivalry is really good against them. And like I said, Traptrix are a mixture of plant and insects. I think just those two. I think maybe one of them might. No. They're all plant and insect, yeah. What are the other really good decks right now? Like Labyrinth. Labyrinth are a mix too, but I haven't really been seeing a lot of them lately. But they're all traps, so it's not like you have to really worry about that. So I guess I just went with Cosmic Cyclone just in case if they try like to set anything up, and I just need to just get rid of something. I still side deck Rivalry, but maybe I might next week I might try main decking it again. But either way, this worked out really well. So thanks to Cyclone and Imperming, I just managed to set up all my field. Managed to go into standard DPE Plasma and just absorb all his stuff. See if I can find it. Yep, Big Daddy Plasma. It's still amazing to me just how many times people this week actually had to reread Plasma, because I swear everyone always like forgets about it. So that took care of the first round. The second game I had kind of similar. If I remember right, I decided to go first. So I sided in the rivalries, the Cosmic Cyclone, Oh no. Yeah, I still had those, the rivalries, all that good stuff. And I managed just to set up too well for him to be able to really do anything. So that was it for me, because I managed to set up DPE Plasma. And I had Cross Crusader out, but I couldn't draw in the mass change. That kind of sucks, but oh well. Now, so I managed to get it 2-0. Match 2, though. Round 2. Oh, man, like I said, this is the only game I lost. In the first round, basically, I went first. Now, I drew a pretty good hand, and I mean a really good one. I managed to draw up all the card combos I needed to end on a field of both DPE and Plasma. And I also managed to end on a field, end it with, let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Basically, because I was also able to go into Wonder Driver, I was able to get back my polymerization. And I had polymerization and imperm both set. Now, normally in most other games, this is actually pretty good right here. Let me see if I can find Wonder Driver. God, this card was such an MVP in my game against Punk. I'll go over that in a sec. But let's put it right there. I'll put it right there. We all know what it is. So this field normally is pretty good. Like, against most people, this is the kind of field you want to see going turn 1 with heroes. But was not expecting this. I should have expected it when my opponent kept clarifying what phase he was in. He said draw phase, and he managed to make sure that I heard him that he was in main phase 1. And then after that, battle phase, but he didn't play a single card. Right away, I always thought to myself, oh no. He's doing that. Yeah. He evenly matched me. Let me see. I think I got mine right here. He evenly matched. Oh, man. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting this. I haven't had a lot of time to... my friends who do play Traptrix, this past week, I didn't get a lot of time to play test against them. So I didn't even know if, this was his build, or, is it normal for Traptrix to main deck evenly matched? I know they main deck, all the trap hole cards and all that stuff. That's always been Traptrix thing. But I was not expecting evenly matched. So, Okay, right away I had to think. So I used DPE's effect to tribute to destroy a card in my field. I destroyed itself and you to destroy someone on my opponent's field. So that was good. Here's the thing though. I messed up. What I should have done is save my polymerization. Now, what I mean by that, I should have used DP's effect to tribute polymerization, and in order to just to save poly, because there was a moment I could have used poly again, but because I lost all my cards, I realized, oh no, I'm actually stuck. So I did that to save plasma. So basically, this got banished. I ended up, yeah, doing that. Now, normally that would have been good, but he basically then legitimately had like all the. So sorry. He had like all the anti-meta cards. Because then he gammaed plasma. So I was pretty much dead after that because I realized not only is polymerization gone, and he also just got rid of all my best stuff, and like I lost DP as well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of dead now. So we just went to game 3. Now, game 3 was also interesting because he also had Imperm and Ash while I was making my combo tree to oh no. That was game 3. That was how that one ended. Game 2, how the one I won against him. Oh man, I'm getting my matches mixed up. I write these down though. Let me see. Okay. So yeah, game 1 he won with the whole evenly matching me. And then we went to game 2. Game 2 I managed to win because I decided to go second. But weirdly enough, I only saw a few of the cards I sided. I got Cyclone, so I managed to get rid of his stuff because I decided to go turn 1. I set Cyclone just to get rid of his stuff, and I had DPE. Thanks to DPE, and as well as me having a set Ash. I mean, not a set Ash. Well, that would work. Speaking of Ash, RIP to Ash leaving the Pokemon anime. Jesus, cannot believe 26 years. But I had Ash in my hand, which actually did slow him down, and I did manage to make DPE on my field. So, yeah, so him evenly matching me was game 1. Game 2, so I managed to win because luckily DPE just kept blowing up his stuff every time he tried to set it. So I managed to get it from there, but then game 3, basically I managed to set up my stuff, but like I said, he gamma sealed me again, and like because of I tried to go slow this time, so I had plasma, but he just managed to set up his monsters to the point where anytime I tried summoning one, it would just blow up. It would just blow up. So I'm like, you know what, man, I'm doing pretty bad in this one. So he managed to set up his monsters. Now I could have done more moves to keep going. But this is the first time I'm not gonna lie, I actually got annoyed a little bit because I'm like, oh my goodness. Every time I try playing a card, Traptrix have like another trap. I know this is how they play, but man, for once I was actually gonna. I apologize to the guy because I told him if I seem annoyed, sorry. Even he understood because everyone gets annoyed playing against Traptrix. So I just basically just scooped in. He gave it to him because at that point I already lost most of my resources. And the craziest part, the reason I was just willing to, we were 2 minutes away from time being called, and I hero lived. Forgot to mention that. So you know what? I was like, you know what? No matter what happens, I could keep prolonging the inevitable, but it's just gonna end the same. So I just called it. Sometimes the clock is really not on a hero player's side. So that was the one match I lost barely, and you can really only say I lost because of time. But what can you do? The guy just had all the anti-meta cards to play against me, so I guess he was his main decking those that day, and it worked out for him, so good for him. Oh well. Man, Traptrix. So luckily, after this game, I didn't see Traptrix anymore for the whole tournament. My next game was against someone who I've seen around the area before, but I never played against him. And he was playing him and another guy who goes to our locals. I guess have been working on the same deck on like a mishmash punk adventure synchro spam deck with that new Stardust Dragon card. So basically, I played against Synchro Turbo basically, and it was pretty good. He managed to set up his stuff, and because he went turn one. He went he won the die roll, so he went first. Really nice guy, by the way. Like everyone I played against was actually super nice, which is a relief. So he managed to set up his field and he managed to set up to go into that Stardust Dragon that lets him synchro summon during my turn, kind of like Formula back in the day. So he managed to set up to go into Stardust Dragon and this one Punk Dragon. Anybody who plays Punks probably knows it better than me. He managed to set that up. Luckily for me, and unfortunately at the same time, besides that, all he did was he was able to imperm. I tried to go Ferris, he impermed Ferris, so that sucked. But luckily, I actually had enough resources in hand because I also had Fusion Destiny. So I was actually able to end on a field of going into Plasma. Let's see. There it is. I managed to end on a field of going into Plasma and Sunriser. So basically, I used Plasma to absorb his big dragon that was like 3k. And I had Sunriser attack over his monster, his Stardust Dragon. And I had Plasma just get a huge damage, 3,400 right to the face. So pretty much after that, he just scooped and we went game 2. So I decided to go second, but he actually wanted to go second, so I ended up going first. And I did pretty good. I actually ended up on a field with Plasma, DPE, and all them, and I was sitting pretty good. He managed to do that whole going into that Stardust Dragon card, but by the time he did that, I managed to do enough chip damage to the point where the only card he had left was Stardust Dragon. But here's the craziest thing. I just need to do a little bit more. I managed to get so many heroes into the grave. I got Dread Decimator to like 3,900. So I managed to use him to go for game, basically. I managed to use him to get over his Stardust Dragon. And that was pretty much it because we both ran out of cards because he ashed and gammaed me. Crazy. So that was insane. So, like I said, really cool guy, and it was really cool seeing this deck because I think this deck is cool. Personally, Fusion is my favorite style of summon mechanic. Obviously, heroes, dragon maids, stuff like that. But it's really cool seeing like a dedicated synchro deck in the modern day. That's really cool. And then the final game. Also, the guy who I played was playing the synchro deck had this really cool Konosuba Field Center. That was so cool. I really want like one of those nice metal field centers. I want one of those really nice ones, like a really good looking one. I might look into that next. Since if anyone's watching this and saw our latest video of me opening up a special package that came in the mail, that was a gift from channel member Michael. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'm trying to like get some update my stuff, I guess you could say, use in the tournament. So I think I want to get a really good metal field center next. I think that's gonna be next in the list. But now the final match, Despia. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty easy. Although this is like a weird build of Despia. Now by that I mean I played against Despia so many times at this point, I pretty much have like a built-in plan of what to do. But the crazy thing is he was doing like a weird build with like what are they called again? Shoot. Oh man, I can't remember. It's been so long since like with Magical Meltdown. The Invoked. That's it. He was playing like some kind of weird Despia Invoked deck, and I don't know. That just really doesn't seem like it really works. I don't know. Maybe that's me, but he managed to set up one of the dragons, and obviously everyone's favorite card, Winda, Shadal Winda. So basically, that was fine because the whole summon turn once per turn. Okay, I just Fusion Destiny, went DPE, attacked over Winda, and then after that, I went off. I know, a little mean, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So because it was already battle phase, all I could do is set up a field. So legitimately, because I already used Fusion Destiny, oh, there it is. I legitimately just Fusion because hey, it said Fusion once. I mean, summon once, right? So I just Fusion Destiny went in. He had the. I guess he's never seen Fusion Destiny before. Crazy. So, or I don't know, maybe he hasn't seen it in a while. So I used that, went to DPE, attacked over his Winda, and then after that, because she was gone, now I could go off. Oh man, I ended up on a field with him, Plasma, and like Imperm and an Ash in my hand. So I was sitting pretty good. I used Plasma to absorb his dragon, and he pretty much had nothing after that, so he just said game 2. And then a similar thing happened. No, I didn't. I didn't do the same thing. Although this one was a little bit better. So he sided. Obviously, we both did. He decided to go first, and I decided to go 2. I mean, turn 2, because I assumed he wanted to go first, which he did. So he ended up on a field with just what's her name? Oh yeah, Winda and a set card. So I was a little off because like, okay. I actually had Imperm in hand, so I just Impermed his Winda, and I went off. But I was not expecting this. He summon limit me. Summon limit is a nasty card. So basically, what I did, I normal summoned Stratos. I couldn't get another monster in the field before playing Stratos, so I couldn't just blow it away. So I searched Ferris. Yeah, I searched Ferris, and I discarded to summon Ferris. So that was it for that. And so he tried attacking. Then game 2, ironically, I just went into. Oh no, that wasn't it. Looking at my notes. Oh yeah, no, I hero lived. Since the whole you can only summon once, like twice per turn because of summon limit, I hero lived. Went to Shadow Mist, got Shadow, and basically mass changed. So because of that, I was able to search. Let's see. And I went Dark Law and I attacked over his monster, his Winda. So because the Shadow Mist going to the grave, I immediately searched Ferris, and I was gonna because I had Malicious in hand, so I wanted to go off. That's when he flipped over Summon Limit on me. So basically, because I already summoned twice that turn, I couldn't do anything else. So I just ended. And basically, it was a back and forth because he used up all his resources to summon Winda, and he was just sitting on Summon Limit. And then, legitimately, by the time I had Ferris ready in hand, I managed to draw Stratos, blew it away, and just went for game. It was actually pretty nuts. I haven't played against him before, but he plays against channel member Michael all the time. I guess because like they knew each other or like they were previously, so or like they knew. I don't know actually. I forgot how they knew each other, but basically, this is my first time playing him, so I managed to win it 2-0, and that's basically how I got second in my locals. Well, I tied for second, but they said it basically still counts as second because like someone else. It's because it was like an odd number of people playing. Either way, though, one loss I could have gotten first. Oh well, next time. So that was basically all my matches. 2 against Traptrix, 1 Psychic Punk. One Punk, Synchro, Psychic mishmash of good stuff, and Despia, some weird Despia build. So I think Heroes is doing really well. Although I feel like I could do better as soon as the new Waking Your Elemental Hero card comes in. as soon as I finally get it, because I just gave up and just ordered it online. Not the most exciting story, but hey, as long as I get it right. So I'm really excited to to showcase like some. I want to show here. There are a lot of people who've already done it on YouTube, but I really want. I want to try doing this. I want to try showing like some of the new combos you could do with it. So don't like if you want to see that. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that's pretty much all the matches and everything I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for 60 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 100 soon before the summer. I think we can, and that's pretty much everything. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.